Hey there. So you want to buy protein, but you're a broke college student. Or maybe you're just broke. I completely understand. Maybe you're trying to get in the gym and get some big old biceps, not like me. But hypothetically, you probably need protein. So today, we're going to talk about it. Now, I created an Excel spreadsheet with approximately just under 300 listings. I sorted everything. I went through ChatGPT. I said snacks, whole foods, natural foods, dairy, vegan options, everything you could think of. And this Excel spreadsheet is probably the most detailed you're going to get for any Walmart protein option because I've gone over this protein analysis probably 4 times in the last 2 years. And this is the culmination of all of those studies. Yes, I'm an insane asylum escapee. This right here, the first one is going to be chicken raw whole. It's going to be a chicken breast and or a big old chicken. You could roast it in the slow cooker, maybe even in the air fryer. You could cook off those bones into a soup. You can, butcher the chicken yourself and break that down, but it's also just chicken breast in general. Next up is going to be pork sirloin tip roast. At the time, there's a crazy deal on this, but I think that is gone. The next closest thing to that would be a pork loin. Um, but in actuality, I would stick with the chicken. Next, you actually have a lot of carb-centered options and fiber-centered options. However, if you do mix beans, lentils, etc. with a rice, you actually have a more complex protein paired with 50 grams of protein of chicken, and you've got a very complete meal. You've got pinto beans followed by dry lentils, dry black beans, split peas, chicken drums in a 5 pound bag, and then we get to milk, which is my favorite. Milk, by the way, all of the highlighted options are on the left are sweet treats and or snack options for protein because let's be real, smashing down 2 chicken breasts for a meal is very difficult to do. While in high satiety, that is wonderful, but for people that are just trying to get their protein in and not necessarily worrying about their calories, you can consider these options on the left. I have a great value 0% gallon of milk. You're looking at 62 grams of protein per dollar. Kind of a steal. Next up, we have a superfood here, which is chickpeas or garbanzos for 1 pound. It's going to be dry, so you're going to have to soak them, but garbanzos are kind of awesome. They're great for carbs, great for fats, and great for protein as well. It's kind of a healthy vegan protein. It's pretty awesome. And it's relatively complex for what it is. But that comes up pretty high too. Next up is peanut butter, very high in calories, but at the end of the day, maybe put it on some protein bread with some semi decent jam or jelly, and you've got a good little 20 grams of protein. Then we've got chicken breast raw, chicken legs, and then come up to the 10-pound Gold Standard double chocolate protein powder by Gold Standard or Optimum, I believe. Now, I absolutely hate protein powder with a passion, and I cannot stand it. However, if you can and mix it with some milk and you think it's quite enjoyable, it's a pretty good option. Get it in bulk. Protein powder in bulk is actually really good, costly, effective. Next up, we actually have Barilla Protein Angel Pasta. Pasta actually has a lot of egg and flour in it, which makes it kind of bioavailable for protein. So if you are able to ration out your pasta and not be a big back about it, you're actually looking at a good thing. Next up, we've got 25 grams chocolate. That's going to be the powder. Next up, we've got a powdered Premier Protein coffee, which is very nice. Muscle Tech 8-hour milk chocolate. That's another powder. Then we've got some chicken and meat and stuff. Then we've got again milk again. Of course, I made this listing multiple times with multiple entries at multiple different times, so the price fluctuated over the course of time. The reason I did this was because I didn't feel like going through this entire document every time I updated it. But I also wanted to see about what are the long-standing things. what keep popping up no matter what time I add to this listing. Now, we do have Muscle Tech, BSN Cynthia, MM2 pounds, and then Great Value peanut butter and chocolate protein bars. Now, I do want to get into this because this is really awesome right here. These right here are Walmart brand protein bars. Now, they are 10 grams of protein per serving, not a lot, probably not even bioavailable protein. But if you're looking for a sweet treat and you want a protein bar that's semi-filling and it's got a good chunk of chocolate on it, that's the way to go right there. It is a value pack, that's for sure. Next up, we've got Greek yogurt. Oh man. Well, don't forget the Great Value egg noodles. That's gonna be like Chinese noodles or technically Asian noodles for pastas and things like that. Great for soups. If you want to make a chicken noodle soup low in calories, high in protein, this is the way to go. Another thing is Greek yogurt, light vanilla. Make sure to get it light with less calories. That's going to be basically 0% Greek yogurt with vanilla flavoring with basically no carbs in it. Next up, we've got Fairlife chocolate, surprisingly, coming out to $38, 38 grams of protein per dollar. Next up, we've got Great Value Instant Whole Grain Oats, which is pretty killer. And then Banza Spaghetti Protein Noodles again. Then we've got sunflower seeds and then pure protein bars or pure protein 12 count. That's that chocolate version. 21 grams of protein per bar at 20 gram or 200 calories per serving, I believe. Then we've got Dynamized Mocha Latte by Dunkin', Ghost Oreo, and then we get down to boneless, skinless chicken breast again. And actually, surprisingly, while they are ultra processed, American single cheese from Walmart. That's great for protein, apparently. Now, it's probably kind of a scam, but if you want to get your cheese in at that your cheesiness at a very low cost with that good meltability for a grilled cheese, I mean, it's there. And we've got Premier Protein, that's the pre-made version, a 12 pack of that with 30 grams of protein per each one at around 150 to 160 calories each. You're looking at about 31 grams of protein per dollar, which is pretty awesome. And we've got a Nature Valley brand 15 count multi protein pack, different types of protein, which is pretty awesome. And then we get down to, let's see here, some canned beans, Sam's Choice ahi tuna steaks, a chunk of mozzarella if you like cheese, tilapia, and then we get into Great Value instant non-fat dry milk. Instead of the whey protein, you're actually getting just powdered milk, which could be really awesome. And then we get down to canned chicken again, scallops, canned tuna, a lot of different variations of canned tuna. And then we get into mozzarella, shredded cheese, cottage cheese, and then also string cheese. Canned tuna pops up again, and then we come to eggs. Eggs have fallen far from their pedestal. Egg prices have gotten really bad. Canned tuna again, cod, frozen fish, etc. Salmon, frozen, great value. And then actually, just lemon pepper rotisserie chicken. And then we've got Nutricost protein powder again. We've got some cottage cheese that pops up again, and then Brahmi spaghetti high protein pasta. Now we're getting down to the 24 grams of protein per dollar, so I'm just going to say this. It's time to cut the video. But I do have a very long sheet here coming up to 290 listings. A lot of stuff here. You can sort by total price, total calories, total amount of protein per pack, protein to calorie ratio right here just by sorting Z to A. That's going to be your leanest proteins, which comes up to the light tuna and water, kettle and fire chicken bone broth, dynamized 20 servings, fake crab meat, PB2. So that's the powdered protein powder, peanut powder. And then you can also do protein per dollar, and then actually calories per dollar as well if you're trying to bulk, which is actually Quest bars. What's wrong with these people? That ain't right. Ain't no way Quest bars is right. It's probably pork sirloin roast. I probably did the math wrong a couple times there. I've spent a lot of late nights doing that, but I like to sort by protein per dollar because that's what really matters here, right? Anyways, we've got a lot of videos coming up like this, and I'm very excited to share them with you. Anyways, I'm gonna catch you later. Peace.